In this video, we're going to finish up this section of order of operations with integers, and we can also evaluate expressions whenever we're dealing with integers and order of operations also. We just have to be very careful about doing exactly what it says. In this first problem, it says take whatever z is and square it. Well, if I write that out and using a parenthesis, I can say, well, whatever z is, square it. Now, z is supposed to be a -4, so I can replace that z with -4, and this literally now says -4 times -4, which is 16. Now, be very, very careful. This looks very similar to the first problem, and because of using negatives and positives and things, you absolutely have to write it out properly. This literally says the opposite of whatever z is squared. But we have to square z before we take the opposite of it. So it's really important to use your parentheses and recopy things properly. So again, we're using a -4 in place of z. So we have to do our squaring first. The square affects only the -4. So -4 times -4 would be 16. But now we still have to take the opposite of that. We have not taken care of that yet. So our answer then would be -16. Finally, we're going to talk about averaging something, and it's very, very important to learn how to average things because you think about it, your grades are averaged. We talk about averaging all of the time. We talk about average temperatures and average weights and all kinds of things. It's part of our vocabulary every day. What it means to average something is we add up our numbers and divide by the number of items that we had. So in this example, we have a list of numbers. We have -10, -8, -4, 2, 7, -5, and 12. We're going to have to add those numbers up first. So that would look like -10 plus 8 plus blah, blah, blah. And then we always divide by the number of items we had. And we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items here, or 7 numbers. So when we've done our addition, we have to divide by 7. Well, now we can take this one at a time. For convenience sake, I'm just going to do it quickly here. -10 plus 8 would be -2. And a -4 would be -6, and 2 would be -4, and 7 would be a +3, and -5 would be a -2, and a -12 would be a -14. Now we still have to divide by 7. -14 divided by 7 is -2. So the average of all of these numbers is a -2.